Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT Science class of 9th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have started the study of the topic that is about the disease and its infections. Yes, dear students, we have studied the different types of the disease causing agents in the previous class, that is microorganisms and the polluted atmosphere. After this one we have studied the lack of good nourishment, the next poor public services, then economical condition, then after this one we have studied the availability of medicines. These are the major causes for the diseases. Next, dear students, in that cases, in all these aspects we have studied in detail. The first one, microorganisms. In case of microorganisms, we have studied the different microorganisms which causes the diseases. The first one, that is viruses, then bacteria, then after this one the protozoans, after this one the fungi. Different types of microorganisms are there. These are the different categories of microorganisms that carries the diseases. In case of viruses are the microscopic things that when the microorganisms enters the body, they will become alive. When it outside the body, when it come out from the body, it will be turns to a non-living thing. And all the viruses carry the diseases. Yes, all the viruses causes the diseases, but all the bacteria doesn't causes the diseases. See, in 8th standard we have studied the applications of bacteria. Yes, now that is few bacteria are there, they are very applicable for us. It means we are using a lot of benefits from the bacteria. For example, for in the food industry, while making the cake and curd, then while making the medicines, vaccines, and after this one we are using in case of in the medicinal use, food industry. Next, in case of agricultural use, for example, for the fertilizing the soil, we are using the rhizobium bacteria. Isn't it? Different types of applications are there for the bacteria. And along with that, few bacteria are there, they carry the diseases. They carry the diseases, for example, typhoid. Typhoid, that is carried by Salmonella bacteria. Typhoid is a bacterial disease which is caused by the bacteria, that is Salmonella bacteria. Tuberculosis is a bacterial disease, isn't it? And also we have studied the fungal disease that is called as the skin infections, that is caused by the funguses. Yes. Next, protozoal diseases, amoeba causes the dysentery and all. Isn't it? That we have studied in the previous class. And after this one we have studied the viral diseases are more dangerous than most dangerous than the bacterial disease. Why? In examination you may ask why the bacterial disease is the less dangerous than the viral disease. Viral diseases are the more dangerous than the bacterial disease. Why? Because all the life processes of all the bacteria are similar to one another. Similar to one another. It means all the bacteria are having the life path, similar life path. A common medicine is applicable to cure the bacterial disease. It means to kill the bacteria. But the viruses, whatever the viruses are there, their life process are their life process, we can say, is totally different from one another. See, the viruses having a different life path. That's why the common medicine is not applicable for the viral disease. Yes. Next, dear students, and for the bacteria we can use the antibiotics to kill the bacteria, but the antibiotics are not applicable for to kill the viral diseases. That also we have studied. Next, dear students, the protozoal diseases are the cholera, malaria and all. Then multicellular organisms also carry the diseases like hookworm, roundworm, that also causes the diseases in the stomach and all, that we have studied in the previous class. Next, dear students, today we are going to study the means of spread of diseases. The means of spreads of diseases. How the diseases are spreading from one person to the healthy person, the infected person to the healthy person. How the diseases spread from infected person to the healthy person. It is going on by the different ways. That is why we can say that means of spread of the ways of disease. Ways of spreading of disease. See the first one. First one, air. 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 See what happens, dear students, when an infected person sneezes or cough in the atmosphere. When an infected person, for example, tuberculosis or the TB patient, when he cough or sneezes, the air droplets will be removed out. When he sneezes, when a tuberculosis or the TB patient, when he sneezes or he cough, the air droplets will come out from his mouth or the nose that carries the bacteria of the tuberculosis. That will be carry the bacteria of the tuberculosis that will spread in the air. And that air is taken by the inhalation by the healthy person, that bacteria of TB that will transmit to the healthy person. Isn't it? If an infected person sneezes in the atmosphere or cough in the atmosphere, on sneezing, water droplets are coming out. These water droplets, what happens? The bacteria of tuberculosis are moved out from the body and that will be spread in the air, and that air is taken by the healthy person, that will go to the healthy person, and the healthy person will suffer by the tuberculosis. Isn't it? It means the diseases which spread from the infected person to the healthy person by air also. Air, through the air, that is called as the airborne disease. Nowadays, the recent disease that is called as the COVID-19. COVID-19 is also airborne disease. That is when a infected person of COVID, when he sneezes out or cough out, see what happens? Through his droplets, the viruses of the COVID that will come, that is coronavirus, that will come out and that will be spread, and when a healthy person consumes, the disease will be transmitted to the healthy person. Isn't it? That we have studied. The next, tuberculosis, common cold, pneumonia. COVID is also a type of pneumonia. Isn't it? COVID is a transmitting disease by the air. Next, come to the water disease. Water. Water disease. Or disease caused by the water or affected by the water. See what happens, dear students, when an infected person or when an infected person excreta in the water. For example, a person excreta anyway, it means in a washroom. See what happens? From there the water goes out to the septic tanks, and septic tanks to the water bodies and all. See, a person is suffering from the disease and he excretes the waste material in water. From the water, if a healthy person consumes the water, that disease goes to that person. For example, typhoid. Typhoid is a gut disease or alimentary canal disease. See what happens? Typhoid from the infected person, typhoid bacteria from infected person, that will transmit to the healthy person through the water. Intestinal disease. Typhoid is an intestinal disease that affects on intestine. See, infected person, when he excretes his excreta in water, that due to the flow of water, the bacteria will spread in the water. When a healthy person consumes that water, the healthy person will suffer by salmonella typhoid, that is typhoid. Yes. See, example cholera, typhoid. The examples, that is airborne disease, TB, TB and COVID-19, etc. Yes. Next, waterborne disease, typhoid, cholera. Yes. Next, dear students, physical contacts. Physical contacts. Physical contacts means, see dear students, when a healthy person undergoes the physical contact with the infected person. When a healthy person undergoes the physical contact with the infected person, for example, physical contacts like common physical contact like shaking hand, hugging, or sleeping with him, it means, or sharing the food, means the physical contact means the going in the contact, and also the major physical contact, that is sexual contact. Sexual contact. See what happens during the sexual contacts, the two peoples come closer to them, and here what happens, the transmission of diseases, transmission of the bloods are also going on. Physical contact, in physical contact, the sexual contact is the main physical contact, and some diseases are there that we can spread by a physical contact like a shaking hand, hugging and kissing, that is this is also physical contact. By this way also the diseases are spreading from infected person to the healthy person. Yes. Next, dear students, before that we physical contact like, see, handshaking, hugging, then sexual contacts, etc. See, the example for the sexual contact disease, that is AIDS and syphilis. Syphilis. Yes, these are the diseases caused by the sexual contacts. See what happens in case of sexual contacts or physical contact disease. See what happens, the one by the sexual contact and second by, see, for example, AIDS is a infectious disease that spread from infected person to the another person by a physical contact. Not it is, the AIDS will not transmit by the air, water, or by casual physical contact. For example, shaking hand, hugging and all, that will not transmit. The AIDS will not transmit by shaking hands and by hugging or by talking with him or by sharing his equipments like the plates, glasses and all. That will not transmit. Only the AIDS will transmit from infected person to the healthy person by the transmission of blood. The transmission of blood is going on by the sex. Second one by blood transmission. blood transmission. Then third one by breastfeeding, mother to the child by breastfeeding. Breastfeeding by breastfeeding, yes, or by sharing the blades and all. Blades, etc. Yes. See, sexual contact, the blood will transmit, the AIDS may transmit. Then blood transmission. See what happens if a person is suffering from the lack of blood or the less blood. See what happens. That time he will get the external blood from the pores from other people's. See in that case also the blood will transmit and breastfeed. See what happens. For example, suppose a mother is suffering from the AIDS, then if he feeds a baby breastfeed, then what happens? The AIDS may transmit from the mother to the child. The next, by sharing the equipments like the blades and injections, etc. Next, dear students, the fourth one by animals. See, the disease can spread by air, water, physical contact, and by animals. See, dear students, the animals which carry the diseases or disease causing agents, the animals which carries the disease causing agents or disease causing microbes, such animals are called as the vectors. Vectors means the organisms or the animals which carry the microorganism from infected person to the healthy person. Such animals are called as the vectors. See what happens, dear students. Ebola is a disease which is caused by the bats. Bat. They carry the disease causing microbes. Bats, when they feeds on the one fruit or the one when the bats feeds on the fruits, that it may carry the bacteria by feeding on that half feeden fruits and all. See what happens. The Ebola may transmit. See what happens, dear students. Vectors means the animals which carry the disease like bats and also mosquito. The mosquito like female Anopheles mosquito. They causes the malaria. Plasmodium is the name of bacteria. Plasmodium is the name of bacteria which causes the malaria, and that malaria carried by a mosquito, or plasmodium is the name of microorganism which carries by the female Anopheles mosquito. Female Anopheles mosquito. Plasmodium is the name of microorganism which is carried by the female Anopheles mosquito from an infected person to the healthy person. From an infected person to the healthy person. The diseases are spread from infected person to the healthy person. Next, dear students, after this one, that's all about the means of spread or the way of spreading of it. In examination, you may ask, explain the different ways by which diseases are spread from the infected person to the healthy person. The different ways that you are tried: air, water, physical contact, and animals. These are the different ways or means. These are the different means or the different ways by which the diseases are spread from the infected person to the healthy person. Such diseases are called as the infectious disease, and the disease which is spread from, which will not spread by the infected person to the healthy person, that is not called, we can't say that is non-infectious. See here, before going to study this one, we have to know the infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Infectious disease, non-infectious disease. Infectious disease. The second one is non-infectious disease. Non-infectious disease. Infectious disease. The second one is non-infectious disease. Infectious disease means the disease which is spread from the infected person to the healthy person. See one example, for example, a person suffering from the tuberculosis. The TB will spread from the infected person, that is TB patient, to the healthy patient by air, through air. Yes, such diseases are called as the infectious disease, that is TB, COVID-19. These diseases are called as the infectious disease. The disease which is spread from the infected person to the healthy person. The disease which is spread from the infected person to the healthy person. For example, TB from an infected person to the healthy person, that may spread. Yes, the disease which spread from the infected person to the healthy person through air, water, and physical contact is called as the infectious disease. Yes, non-infectious disease means the disease which will not spread from the infected person to the healthy person. For example, a person is suffering from the cancer. See, the disease will not spread to the healthy person. Healthy person, that will not transmit to the healthy person. Cancer, that will not transmit by air, not by water, not by food, or not by the blood transmission also, or by physical contact like sex and all. That will not transmit. Cancer will not transmit. Such diseases are called as the non-infectious disease. Once again I will explain the disease which is spread from the infected person to the healthy person by through air, water, and physical contact and animals. Such diseases are called as the infectious disease. Non-infectious disease, the disease which will not spread from the infected person to the healthy person. Such diseases are by through air, water, and physical contact. Such diseases are called as the non-infectious disease. Example, that is here cancer, and this here infectious disease, that is tuberculosis or TB. Isn't it? The next, dear students, see here one more point I have left there. See, the animals like mosquito. Mosquitoes are called as the vectors. Mosquitoes are called as the vectors because they carry the microorganisms. They carry the microorganism from infected person to the healthy person. That is, those are called as the vectors. Vector means the disease carrying animals. Disease carrying animals. Disease causing microorganisms carrying animals. The animals which carries the disease causing microorganisms. Such animals are called as the vectors. See, here vectors, that is, most of the vectors are the mosquito. In case of malaria, female Anopheles mosquito. In case of dengue, female Aedes mosquito. In case of chikungunya also, a mosquito is also caused by the biting of Mosquito. See, most of the bacteria, most of the mosquito causes the or carries the microorganisms are the animal causes the or they are the vectors. Mosquitoes are the vectors. See, mainly in the mosquito, the female mosquitoes are causes the disease. Female mosquito causes the disease. How? See, male and female. Male mosquito doesn't need more energy. Female mosquito needs more energy because female mosquito has to lay the eggs for a minute. Hundreds together eggs are laid by a single mosquito. Understood? A single mosquito lays the hundreds together eggs within 1 minute. It means it needs more energy. Female mosquito needs more energy than the male mosquito because female mosquito needs more energy to lay the eggs, but male doesn't need more energy because they will not lay the eggs. And mainly male mosquitoes are present in the green leaves and the green flowers, near the flowers and all. Male mosquito. And female mosquito, they are present near in the catchment areas of the water. Because female always lays the eggs in water and they need more energy, and that more energy is supplied by feeding on the blood of the host. Means by if the mosquito suck the blood, if the mosquito suck the blood from the person, it will get more energy, and if it gets more energy, it will lay more eggs. Isn't it? That's why female mosquito needs more energy. For that, it consumes the blood from the host and lays the energy, and it needs more energy that will be supplied from the blood to lay the eggs. Yes, male doesn't need much more energy as compared to the female mosquito, and they are present in the green leaves and green plants and all. Isn't it? And female mosquito lays the eggs in the water. Next, dear students, the disease or effect of disease to the special organs, or the effects of disease. Effects of disease. Effects of disease or a specific organ. See what happens, dear students? The number of diseases are there. Thousands together types of diseases are there. They will affect the different sides of the body. See, for example, TB, which affects to the lungs only, not to the any other parts of the body. TB, tuberculosis, affects the lungs or the respiratory disease. COVID is a respiratory disease. Typhoid is a gut disease or the alimentary canal disease or digestive tract disease. Jaundice, it is a liver disease. It affects on the liver. It means specific diseases are there, or the specific microorganisms are there that affects on specific organs. They affect on specific organs of the body. Isn't it? The brain fever, that is going to tell us Japanese encephalitis. Japanese encephalitis, that is brain fever, that we can say that directly affects on brain. Isn't it? Such diseases that we will study in the next class.